And this is the most recent preview that we just got just the other day. 7 Deadly Brothers from Grade 10. His trait is if you have more than 4 characters, you get a +1 to your attack. But if you have 7 or more, you get a +1 to your whole dial. So you get +1 to your attack, but you also get movement, defense, and damage. So, you know, that's pretty good, and he's only 30 points. No team ability, though. He is going to be a generic, and it's a common, so you're going to be able to get a good amount of him. Are you going to get, like, 7 or even just 4? I don't know. I mean, it's like you're going to have to buy a ton of bricks to get the amount you need here, unless they get sold, you know, for real cheap, but I'm not really sure here. You got leap climb, and then you can base somebody with combat reflexes, and you'll be at 17. I mean, for 30 points, there's a lot of potential, but you're gonna have to play a bunch of him. And my biggest thing is, are you gonna be able to get that many? That's what I'm thinking. But it seems definitely like a fun character. If you can get the amount for 30 points, we're talking about some really good stuff here. And here we have Starboy, number 7 in the set. Mass increase. Opposing characters within 4 squares of Starboy can't be given actions to use charge, run and shot, hypersonic, and half their speed values when given a move action. So this is something that is pretty useful to have on your team. And he has Legion, which is wild card, and he's 78 points. But his stats now, he's got TK, energy, shield deflection, and then he gains run and shot once you get on your 2nd click. But he's only 5 clicks deep. This character is definitely going to be just used for his trait, to stop charges, run and shots, and hypersonic characters. And that, for 78 points, I'm not really sold on that, because he's not really going to bring anything to your team other than TK, pretty much. I'm sure there's going to be some kind of like special tricks you can do later on. You can kind of shoot from 6 away, but you're only doing 2 damage, you know. I don't know. 19 defense from range, but, you know, that's... Someone's going to base him and not even be scared at all. If I see him, I'll base him, not even scared. Okay, TK me away. I mean, you got to hit me too, right? So I don't know. I mean, alright, so we have Brainiac 5. Now, he's number 8 in the set. He's also got the Legion team ability, so he's also going to be wild card. But what is he bringing? We have a special power for defense and damage. Defense, you have invulnerability, and give him a free action. You can choose an adjacent character with a Legion keyword. That character can use toughness until your next turn, as long as he is adjacent to Brainiac 5. Okay, so you can base him with your other characters adjacent to them and give other guys toughness. Okay, I can see a benefit of that. Am I going to see a benefit of that in maybe a 300-point game? I'm not really sure. But let's look at the damage. He can use Outwit, and he can use once per turn, Perplex, or Probability. So you have Outwit, and then you can use either Probability or Perplex as well. He's definitely going to be a support piece. He's not going to be doing damage with a 9 attack. 17 defense is not going to be that strong. He's got, you know, I don't know about this guy. I mean, yeah, you get the Outwit. You're going to get the toughness on your adjacent characters, so you might want to throw him in the back, maybe on the side to throw some Outwit out there. But for 88 points, I don't really know. I mean, I'd have to see the full set to actually know what you can combine him with. But I know if you got a bunch of characters on your team that have no damage reducers, you could probably get some use out of him. Maybe doing some leapfrog actions there, you know, just kind of put up a line and throw him out either in front of them or behind them. In front of them to get an Outwit, and then stand out front with the invulnerability. He might be someone that you want to do some sponge damage, like, okay, I'll throw Brainiac 5 to get Outwit, and he'll take the first brunt of the damage. I don't know. But, you know, there's definite options with there. You can put Mystics on them, and that will be nasty. But, you know, not something totally spectacular in my book. But, I mean, every figure, you could make them amazing, you know, if you play him in the right team. But as he is, I mean, like, you're going to have to play him with other figures. By a standalone, not the greatest. Alright, so here we have Lois Lane Superwoman, figure 9 in the set. She also has the Superman team ability, and she's 89 points. So what are we going to get for those points? Well, the starting click, you get Perplex, and you get this special power where she has Stealth, and she's Earthbound. Okay, so that's nothing other than Stealth. So you got Stealth and Perplex. Okay, so that's not going to last very long. You're going to use that maybe in the beginning to get a Perplex, and guess what? You're going to probably want to push her to get onto her second click, where she actually starts to be worth her points. You get Charge, Super Strength, Impervious, and 4 damage. Okay, so we're going to get a good little Charge Brick figure that can fly now and smack you for potentially 6 damage with a crit hit, 7 damage. So, I don't know. I like that potential, but guess what? She's only 6 clicks long. And you're going to push her off of her first click, most likely. So, I'm not sold on this figure. She's kind of neat, but I mean, for 89 points, there's a lot of nastier figures out there that you can play. Maybe not damage potential. She has a huge damage potential, and she has a bunch of damage reducers. She's got Impervious 2 clicks and Invulnerability 2 clicks. But her defense stats are pretty low. 17, 17, 16, 15, and 14. And then she ends with Perplex again. I don't know. I'd probably play her just to play her. But, I mean, one good hit, one good outwit on her, she's dead. So, I wouldn't put all your eggs in one basket on this figure. Alright, so here we have Livewire figure 12 in the set. Now, she has a pretty cool trait, Prevent the Short. When there are no squares of water within 8 squares of Livewire, modify her damage by 1. She starts off with a 3, so most maps nowadays have very few water, other than the bridge that I can think of right off the top of my head. I'm sure there's other ones, but like, you know, that's the most recent one. So if you don't play the bridge, she's going to have 4 damage, and that's pretty strong for only 75 points. She doesn't have a movement attack on her first click. We have Phase In, Energy Shield Deflection, and Energy Explosion. She's got 6 range and 2 targets. So that's pretty good with the Energy Explosion with the 2 targets, but 6 range is not that far. So you kind of have to look at it like that. But you can push off of her, and you're going to get Run and Shot. You can push again, and you got Run and Shot again, but you lose to a 9 attack. If you go again, you go up to an 11 attack, but you're going to have Steal Energy at this point, but you're going to have Invulnerability. Then at her end of her dial, she has Regeneration. So, I mean, there's a lot of potential with her for 75 points. She's very pushable because she's also able to get her clicks back with Steal Energy and Regeneration. I kind of like this figure for 75 points. Her defenses are very low, and from close combat, she's just going to get destroyed up close. But from range, she's pretty decent. I mean, if you're in hindering terrain, they have to shoot you with a 19, and you have a 10 attack. You know, for 75 points, it's pretty good. I can see her on some teams here, but I could see her being pushed as well because her stats are the same. But then on her second click, she has Run and Shot. So look at that as a bonus. She's very pushable.